All right, guys, what up, what up, what up? Welcome to the Wheelhouse. My name is Chris. I appreciate you showing up. If it's your first time, thank you so much. Hit that subscribe, hit the like, and select all. We have had a lot going on. I was down for a couple days, got a new computer so I could pump out more YouTube videos for you guys. And a lot's happened in the crypto world. And if you're in crypto, you know what I'm talking about. So obviously FTX and Binance, right? We're going to talk about the reverse spring, the bull trap, the bear trap, the pump and dump, what whales are doing. One whale is selling a lot, and many whales are buying a lot. So I had my stuff on FTX, and when this story broke a couple days ago, I was freaking out in my group, and I was like, oh God, we got to watch this very, very closely. This could be a huge situation if they're over-levered, and it could be a collapse. It could be a Three Arrows Capital, a Terra Luna, a Celsius situation, and you know, I mulled it over for about 10 minutes. Should I buy more? Should I sell? Should I just move off exchange? I decided to move off exchange, thank God, because the next morning they stopped withdrawals and the plot thickened, right? So this is when I say you need to know how to play the game or you cannot win. This is what I'm talking about. This is whale games and whale maneuvers. I'm going to walk you through it. So you get a company like FTX. They print their own cash. It's called FTT token. They're minting their own token. They're collateralizing against it to get large loans to buy other companies and expand, like Robinhood as an example. Okay? They have their own money printer, and they're collateralizing against it to beef up their balance sheet, get money in, raise capital so they can acquire other companies while they're hurting. Now, that would most likely work, and FTX would have been able to stay in business unless it was discovered, which it was discovered by no other than rival Binance, CZ. So instead of doing a full-blown attack, all he had to do was just push him off the ledge and expose him, get everybody to do a bank run on FTX, pull their liquidity out, and they could only cover so much because they were leveraged to the hilt on the FTT token, right? So then Binance, with his master plan, comes out looking like the hero and signs a non-binding letter of intent to purchase FTX. Now, there's two ways this can go. Number one, he could buy it and he could have that much more control, or he could just as easily let it crumble and still have that much more control. So we have to be careful, okay? We have to be careful with crypto. We're going to look at some technicals, see what, you know, maybe what I think could happen. It's a little hard to say. We're kind of in the thick of it, right? But do want to get a video out, do want to talk to you about it, and there's definitely, you know, some big selling going on, some big buying going on, a lot of volatility. And if you have a long time horizon, just don't be scared. Remember, these are the opportunities. Try to stick with the best ones, though, okay? You know, right here on the New York Times, and it's everywhere. I mean, you can pick any website. Crypto world is rocked as world's largest exchange rescues rival. It's a good story, right? Binance, the world's largest cryptocurrency exchange, said it had reached a deal to buy FTX amid fears the industry could enter another meltdown. Okay? So Binance and FTX are rivals, and you know, Sam Bankman-Fried of FTX, you know, he's on Bloomberg, you know, once a week for the last 5 months, and I'm always looking up at my TV like, man, this guy is obviously at the table. This guy is obviously like talking about donating to politicians, which, you know, it's pretty natural, you know, to work with lobbyists if you try to get certain things through, and you know, you're trying to steer regulation. However, if you're trying to steer regulation to hurt others in the industry to benefit yourself, it's kind of a dirty play, right? Again, you got to know how to play the game or you cannot win. So Sam Bankman-Fried thought, hey, I'm going to mint my own coins, print my own money, leverage, collateralize against it, buy all these other people, get my hands in there, and I'm going to, you know, be the biggest guy in town. Another whale could get whiff of that, and if he does and finds out that there's something not right, like, where are you getting all this money from? How are you doing all this? You know, and exposes it, and we get a bank run, and then comes in, knocks you out, and then says they're going to buy you. Well, The other whale is also playing the game and knows how to win. So Sam Bankman-Fried has lost a lot of money. Not all of his money. I think he has like $1 billion left, but he's lost like 90% or 95, 94%. Some places are reporting 80%. Some are reporting 90%. So I'm not totally clear. But he lost a lot. Still a billionaire. But this goes to show that it's really hard to know where to put your money if you're in crypto. And that's why having a cold wallet, never give your seed phrase, keep everything private, just for yourself, and don't ever share it with anybody. But yeah, this is crazy times that we're dealing with. Also, I just want to mention, I think it's quite genius not only to expose it and then come in as the savior, but also do it on the eve of midterm elections, because if the Republicans get one branch, it'll probably be a lame duck session. He timed it impeccably if that's what he was trying to do. So double dabble do you, if you will. All right. So it says right here, Binance, the world's largest cryptocurrency exchange, said it had reached an agreement to buy its competitor FTX, which struggled to meet a surge of withdrawals in recent days as the crypto market teetered on the edge of another meltdown. The size of acquisition couldn't immediately be determined, but privately held FTX was once valued at $32 billion. So look, when Binance goes through the financials and does a due diligence period, which will be natural, if they find out that not only did they lose all their liquidity, but they're actually indebted super deep, and it becomes a deal he does not want to consummate, and he says, look, man, there's just too much debt, there's just too much to deal with, there's too many skeletons in the closet, I don't like this is going to be a problem, why did you sign at that interest rate, what are you doing over here? Like, who knows what's going to be found, right? We're going to find out soon. We're going to follow the story. But if he says, I'm not going to buy it, well, expect crypto to drop, and people that didn't pull their money off the exchange will most likely be in a situation like Voyager or some of these other situations that happen. Maybe it'll get resolved at some point. We just will have to follow the story. We don't know. All right. So it says right here, the emergency deal making highlighted the persistent instability of the crypto industry, which was buffeted this spring by a $2 trillion crash that drained the savings of many amateur investors. That downturn destabilized some of crypto's biggest firms, though FTX is by far the largest casualty. It was widely regarded as among the most nimble and best-run crypto companies until its finances started unraveling virtually overnight. The sudden cataclysm prompted comparisons to the collapse of Lehman Brothers, the investment bank whose implosion helped set off the 2008 financial crisis. So when this story first broke, that's immediately what I had thought. First, I thought, oh my God, Lehman's over-levered. I got to get my money off into cold storage. 2, maybe I should look at BNB. 3, maybe I need to look at the derivatives in the futures market. These were just the thoughts that went through my head. Then I thought, should I buy? Should I sell? I went through all of this, and I just moved it off. And then we had a really good pump when the news came out that CZ was going to potentially buy FTX and save them and their investors, and he did a non-binding letter of intent. So we'll have to, again, follow how that goes. Okay, so if the deal goes through, it will unite two of the largest crypto companies and cement the status of Binance's founder, CZ, as one of the most powerful figures shaping the future of the loosely regulated crypto industry. The deal was announced as crypto markets, which have seen devastating losses this year, were on the brink of more panic. Reports have been circulating that FTX rested on shaky financial foundations. Many of its customers who use FTX to buy and store their digital currencies rushed to take their money out. On Monday night, the crypto research firm Nansen reported that more than $500 million had flowed off the platform over the previous 24 hours. At one point on Tuesday, FTX stopped processing withdrawals altogether, according to The Block, a crypto research firm. The exchange appeared to have entered a liquidity crunch, meaning lacked the funds to fulfill demand and withdrawals. So yeah, right here this afternoon, FTX asked for our help. CZ said on Twitter on Tuesday, describing how Binance had struck the deal to buy FTX. He said Binance was planning to fully acquire FTX.com to help relieve the pressure on the exchange, but added that the agreement was non-binding. Okay, it says right here, it's on Twitter. In an internal note to FTX employees, Sam Bankman-Fried, the exchange's CEO, apologized for not being communicative recently and said the company had experienced roughly $6 billion of net withdrawals over the previous 72 hours, compared with tens of millions of dollars in inflows and outflows on a typical day. In the note, which was obtained by the New York Times, Mr. Bankman-Fried added that he had made mistakes. "I'm sorry," he wrote, noting that most of the details of the transactions with Binance still aren't hashed out. On Twitter, Mr. Bankman-Fried said he was grateful to CZ for making a deal, which he said would allow FTX to clear out liquidity crunches. FTX is based in the Bahamas, where it offers trading services that aren't authorized in the United States. The company also has a smaller US-based operation. In his tweets, Sam Bankman-Fried said FTX.US was meeting withdrawals and wouldn't be part of the deal with Binance. Okay. The deal was a humbling reversal for Sam Bankman-Fried, 30 years old, who had emerged over the last 2 years as one of the crypto industry's most powerful figures. He started a lobbying push to shape crypto regulation in Washington and bought the naming rights to the Miami Heat's arena as part of an aggressive marketing campaign. He has also been a major political donor, contributing $5.6 million to support Josh R. Biden's 2020 election effort. When the crypto market crashed in May, Mr. Bankman-Fried engineered deals to backstop struggling companies. He launched a bid to acquire Voyager Digital, okay, to protect it from bankruptcy, which it filed in July. And cracks started to emerge last week when the crypto publication CoinDesk reported on a leaked balance sheet that appeared to show that FTX sister company Alameda Research was on shaky foundations. Alameda is a hedge fund that Bankman-Fried founded before starting FTX. The two companies have close financial ties, okay? So, yeah, and it just goes on to say, basically what I said at the beginning. They were printing or minting FTT tokens and then leveraging against it to grow and do probably series rounds of capital. Everything probably would have been okay, but it's kind of like that movie or that show on Netflix called Inventing Anna. At the end when she goes to jail, it's like everything might have been okay. She might have paid back everybody once she just got her deal done. She was just working within the margins of gray lines to try to get it right. And I'm sure that's what Sam Bankman-Fried was attempting to do, but he was exposed, and like Humpty Dumpty, he fell off the wall, and it was CZ that pushed him over, and this CoinDesk article that it was leaked. So, there's a lot of information. You can see the outflows on Glassnode. Let's take a look at some charts and just kind of see what the chaos looks like. So, obviously, everything at the bottom in here is red. So, let's just take a look. We should start with Bitcoin. So, right now, Bitcoin, when I'm filming this, is at 18,234. Now, on my system that my partner and I are designing, you can see that the bottom finder went off here, which was exactly at that 17,500 area. And then we had another wick, which was over here back in June 19th. It was a Sunday. And that double bottomed right above it. So that happened today, and if we want to back it up and get a little more of a clear look at how devastating that was, you could see right here we had that pump, and then we just definitely had a dump, and we're still in the middle of it. This is on the hourly time frame. I want to zoom in a little closer to just to show you what that looked like. It went boom, and then kind of got real savage, a little relief, savage, a little relief, and then boom, dump. Okay, this is over the last few days, 3-4 days. So you can see how nasty that's gotten. Now, our bottom finder has flashed twice saying that the bottom has been found. This thing is really intelligent. So when you see these white arrows on the 4 hour on 2 wicks like that, and then you go to Glassnode and you see all the whales are just buying and launching. These are people with over 10,000 Bitcoin, those wallets are buying extremely fast and heavy right now. And then now our bottom finder is flashing. So what do I think is going to happen? Well, you never really know. However, it's pretty typical in a situation like this. Also, this purple circle right here is calling a false breakdown, and your green lights has stayed green. Now, the green lights is really smart. It calculates as it goes, okay? So it's constantly doing calculations with everything behind the scene, and it has not gone pink yet. And this is showing a false breakdown, a double bottom, and on the 4 hour we have a bottom finder, and then on Glassnode we see the whales are coming in heavy. That should give you some positivity. Now, why did this happen after it pumped? So we know why this happened, because the news came out that FTX might be bought by CZ and Binance, right? But why did this happen? Well, it's one of two things, in my opinion, only. Number one, it's FTX offloading everything they can to, get more free of the situation, or it's CZ knowing that he's not going to close the FTX deal and that there's going to be a major market event crash, and offloading prior to this. Maybe he intends to buy it, but maybe he's skeptical of what he's going to find. Or maybe it's just other whales thinking like that, and it's not CZ or Sam Bankman-Fried, and it's other whales saying, I'm going to get out and then I'll rebuy. But the thing is that we're seeing a lot of whales on Glassnode are actually buying, so it's probably not that one. So it's probably either CZ not going to buy it and dumping so that he can get margin calls, stops, get everything down low, knowing that FTX is going to crash and he won't have competition, and then he can come in and he can buy up everything and push it back up again. That's option one. That could be happening. I don't know for sure. And option two could be FTX is unloading and it's causing this, and they're trying to just get everything out at a loss to just not, to survive essentially. Okay. Let's look at Ethereum. First, I guess let's look on the hourly. Everything got wrecked. There's not going to be a pretty chart. Ethereum is staying on the side of the descending, which is nice. It's on the top side of the descending, so that's really good. But everything got wrecked. I mean, Coinbase, Hut Mining. I mean, Solana's $22 right now. It's brutal. This is brutal. Look at that. Boom. Retesting the descending on Ethereum. See how the bottom finder went off right here at 1,000? It's never hit that again. Notice how this is green, but on Ethereum, it's not showing a false breakdown like Bitcoin did. Okay, but Ethereum is right now retesting its descending, so that's good. Aave, just destroyed. We were just up at $90, and now Aave's got a false breakdown going on here, but geez, man. God, this was savage, dude. This was painful. Not as painful for us as Sam Bankman-Fried, but it was painful. And if you're in crypto, you certainly know. See how this circle right here, this blue one went off? That's a false breakout. So when this goes on, people buy long, and this shows us that it's a fake out. It's going to drop, and then it drops. So when Bitcoin, see how this purple one, it said false breakdown on this candle, and it went down for a few more candles. People go short here, but this says false breakdown, and then it goes up. And this diamond right here is an institutional whale size seller selling right on this candle, which lets you know and syncs up with our green light strategy, which gets you out with them on that candle. This was a false breakout, and you could see what happened after. So these indicators are really good, and we actually have some new stuff coming out on the Jedi green lights that's going to blow your mind. It's actually going to show as this is going green. It's going to show if you start seeing pink trailing down before this even turns. It's going to be able to estimate and calculate volume off of the exchanges and things of that nature. So keep posted for that. Make sure you subscribe and you can keep up to date. We do have a Discord. I do teach people. I have courses, one-on-one coaching, trade alerts, and we have this AI algorithm that we're building if you're new to the channel, and it's got a lot of predictive information. We have a lot of the dark pool information. We just have a lot of really cool stuff we're building into the code right now, and it gets you a really high win rate. It's really cool. So we're still working on it, but Yeah, Aave just ruined Tesla. I saw just recently Tesla sold. I can't remember the number. I think it was like $3.95 billion worth of shares of Tesla. So Tesla dropped. Tesla's way down at 191, guys. It's savage. Yeah, look at Tesla on the daily. I mean, this is. I mean, this is savage, dude. We're way down here where we were in March of 21. I remember that very well back then. Cardano back at 36 cents, retesting that 35, like I said in that one video. But I also thought, we also had a lot of momentum. It looked like we were heading north, and we were until this situation happened. Algorand, it's low, 32 cents. I mean, I got mine at 30. I basically, most of my gains from all my perfect entries are pretty much wiped out or just above, just barely green at this point. And because I took it off exchange and didn't have stops, I'm sitting on the tokens now. So it is what it is. At least I have the tokens and I believe in crypto, but it's going to take time. And that's the whole situation. I mean, we can walk through all these guys. The bottom line is it's going to take time. We have to follow the story. Either CZ buys it and the market rallies, or he doesn't and he finds something in due diligence and he lets FTX fall apart, go to bankruptcy court, people lose a lot of money, and he still has control and reigning power on the cryptocurrency industry as a kingpin powerhouse. So either can play out, and you can see in the volume and you can see in the price action there is major selling, and we just don't know who it is. Most of the whale wallets with over 10,000 Bitcoin are buying. It's actually remarkable on Glassnode. So I'm getting Bloomberg Terminal, Tier 3 Glassnode, all kinds of really cool data for us for the YouTube, but also for our indicators and with correlations and just a lot of fractals and pattern recognition stuff that we build in here, so that I can pick up on it for you. So I'll have a lot of that information really cool on the channel for you here soon. And yeah, I mean, I know I'm still positive on like some of them, like Link and Matic and Bitcoin. I mean, I was in the 19s, so now I'm down. Solana, I'm definitely down. There's no question. I'm like down $8 a coin. That's horrible. Yeah, I got wrecked. We all got wrecked. So just time, guys. I'm in it with you. We're in it together. Don't freak out. We've been through this before. These kind of market events, I guess, just have to happen, right? And again, I just think it's kind of a genius move to expose it and then come in as the savior like CZ did, and then do it on the eve when a Republican Democratic midterm election is going on. And if Republicans secure a branch, it could be an easing lame duck session for the next so many years, with regulators on crypto. So I'm going to leave it there. Leave me a comment if you want. Come on into the Discord. The links are in the description. We also have a link for Webull, and if you want to sign up for Webull, you can get up to $30,600 in free shares. And they have Apple and they have Amazon. And when you sign up, you get these low prices that are in here now. So they'll turn into good investments for you if you hold them. So we'll leave it there. My name is Chris, and welcome to the Wheelhouse.